Which one are we doing?
Just run into this one.
Yeah, let's go.
I love that song.
Oh, yeah. Play it again, DJ.
It is actually a really nice song, Frank. I don't think we've ever given you credit for whipping that up.
Yeah.
I have.
And now you should do us a remix right now.
So welcome to the podcast. We're on the Power to Short and Sweet. We're talking about the villains get it right. When one...
Say it properly. What are we doing, Frank?
Remix.
Villain. So,
What?
ultimately,
I think
did
we
the
need
villain
to
win?
acknowledge at some point that the chaos of the opening of these may be too much.
Why?
That's fine.
What we're discussing,
Go
did
on.
the villain ultimately win or
Have a good point.
have a good point?
I think that's a good title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Parentheses.
or have a...
Andor's not bad. Season 2 out now.
Yeah. On Disney Blues.
So who wants to start?
Well, I've got my Google list right here because I'm very well
A
prepared.
little Google list.
Jeez.
You know,
Jesus Christ.
you know who, you know what, you know where, you know who's one who did good job?
Pat him on the back, he's broken. Go.
Thanos.
Oh, that's a
geez,
really interesting
shocker,
one. I didn't know you were going to
shocker.
bring that one in.
Oh my God, Frank, talk about Marvel.
so
He's
interesting.
one of the best villains ever written and ever to ever appear on screen. I'm
Whoa.
sorry. Tell me
Do you
I'm-
mean that?
Yes.
Tom?
Thanos
One of
is
the-
incredible.
I truly stopped listening once he said that. I'm so sorry. Did you say one of the best villains ever to appear on screen?
Yep. And I'll stand by it.
In a comic book film, yeah, I think he's pretty compelling. I love
Yeah.
Josh Brolin's performance. I think it's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, as far
he's
as Marvel's
fantastic.
concerned, sure.
I love Infinity War. That's a movie that
that's where he wins.
As someone who is not a particularly big Marvel guy,
Well,
I
Thanos
think
is a
Infinity
big
War
Marvel
is
guy.
kind of incredible. Like,
Pretty big.
he is a big Marvel guy. It's a very impressive film. I like Infinity War. Yes, he wins at the end. I've always maintained the funniest thing in the world would be if Disney or Marvel or whatever had gone bankrupt, or maybe if the world had ended. I don't know. Either way, but
Could've been-
Infinity
and that was
War
the end of it.
was the last Marvel movie. I was like, that's
They
it.
just
They're
never got
all
to
gone.
make Endgame.
It could have been, yeah. I mean, Endgame is beautiful in that redemption thing, but it's like
I'm not a big fan of
Infinity
Endgame.
War is a better film.
I've seen Infinity War
I agree.
8 times. I think I've seen Endgame once.
Tom, you spent this whole week watching all the Avengers.
I watched
You're
two
an-
of the Avengers recently.
Avengers Seps.
Ultron better than
Obsessed.
the original. That's my take.
Ultron better than
We're not doing this again. We do this every time.
We start
go-
talking about
We go down the
Marvel
Marvel
for some
train.
fucking reason.
Far
Give
out.
us a villain.
Wait, do you think he had a point?
Yeah. There's too many people.
Simplify,
Get
but
rid
nice.
of them. Get rid of
Nice.
half. Exactly half.
Get rid of the billionaire.
Why don't we
Well-
just get half of every person rid of?
Because
Oh, imagine that. Just everyone's legs just
get rid
vanished.
of half
well,
of your sentence.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Get rid of-
Marcus,
All right,
go
Marcus.
I wrote 6, so what do you want me to do here?
on. Just go
go
one for now.
read the first
I've got a
one,
couple.
man. Like, honestly.
Hey, what's your tone?
Oh my god.
It was pretty good.
All right, I'm going to start with my tippity top.
Just read it.
Heath Ledger, Dark Knight.
Oh, even worse than my choice.
No, I think it's better.
honestly.
It'd be hard not to mention
Oh,
it though.
the Joker.
It's better in that it's worse.
In what pod have we even talked about or referenced the Dark Knight really?
I know because it's like
Probably,
generic.
probably a
I mean,
little bit in Oppenheimer.
Fuck me for mentioning it once.
fine.
When he,
Fuck me for
he
like-
brings up Marvel every episode.
Can I adjudicate?
Every episode.
Can I adjudicate?
Wait,
Marcus,
so you
would
think-
you tell me what you think the Joker's good idea was?
I didn't say he had a point.
Oh, that he won.
Oh, he
okay,
won.
that he won.
That he won.
Kind of, yeah.
When? No, well, did he?
Yeah.
Nah.
He
made Batman run
he
away.
broke Harvey Dent. That was it.
And then he turned the city
He
against
turned
Batman.
the city. That's it. Yeah.
I think
I guess so.
generally,
But he never
yes.
made Batman break his one rule. You know, Batman's always
he
stronger.
broke his back though.
No, Bane
No, Bane.
broke his back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joker was the bane of his existence. That's what you're getting confused.
And Tom
there.
Hardy's the bane of my existence.
Old
Oh
Boy.
my lord. Oh yeah, Old Boy.
Old Boy, which is maybe a bit
Yep.
of an obvious one, but it is a film you probably haven't
It's
seen.
not on my list.
Frank, you would. Google hasn't heard of it. Old Boy is a South Korean film directed by Park Chan-wook, and it involves, I'm not going to spoil it because it's one of the greatest endings in any film, but it involves the villain essentially getting their way, even in a very tragic and strange and messy way. It's a great film.
It is a very good film.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Have you seen it? No.
I've seen the sequel.
Don't.
Young Boy prequel. Fuck, Dead Boy. I don't know. Go on, Frank.
Old-
What's your
old
next
man.
one?
Okay, my next one. Killmonger, Black Panther.
Does he win?
No, but he did have an interesting point, and I like that better than Thanos, because Thanos is so overdone as like, there's too many of us. But Killmonger is like, Wakanda had the ability to like help the world and it didn't. Isn't that kind of doing a similar
See, for
thing?
someone who hates Marvel, you know every beat.
I like Black Panther. I think it's a good movie.
He just doesn't
Ryan
want to admit
Coogler.
it.
He
just doesn't go on about it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Actually, that's basically the distinction. I know how to not talk about it.
I don't think that's fair.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
All right,
I
Marcus,
think-
number 2.
But I don't think he ultimately won. I think
No.
that's,
But this is a dual conversation.
It
of
is,
good
it
points
is, it
and
is.
or winning.
I'm going to do a double here. Kevin Spacey 2 times.
Oh, Kaiser Soze!
Kaiser Soze, Usual Suspects.
And just in real life.
And in real
I'm your words.
He
You
is a
just think-
villain. He is a villain, and he
For
got away
the
with
listener, definitely not my words.
it. Wait, he has one. He's free. He's not in jail.
I know. Well, that's not
Allegedly, he's
I'm
not in jail.
referencing this.
Marcus, why would you bring this up again? Inappropriate.
It feels like we need
And,
to put this behind a paywall or something.
And in David Fincher's 7.
Oh, what's in the box?
What's in the box?
Pizza.
The sin of wrath being acted out.
It's a very
He
old
wins.
boy victory. It's a very Dark Knight victory in that the villain doesn't like go free and have everything they want. But it's like, I got what I wanted.
It's
I
like-
saw you do the thing that I anticipated and I set into action.
It's
that
almost like-
proved my worldview.
The bad guy doesn't win, but the good guy doesn't win either.
Yes. Well, Joker is him being like, I'm validating that the world is essentially shitty by using Harvey and turning him and making him the depraved version of what the Gotham has seen as its guiding White Knight, right?
This is-
and
it's talking about
Seven's
the
similar
villain.
with Brad Pitt.
Sorry.
Go on, no, that's it.
It's talking about the villain, though, that's got nothing to lose. You know, like the Kevin Spacey in 7.
Yeah.
They don't care if they're killed, arrested, whatever.
Yeah.
They're trying to make a point.
Yeah.
And that's a win to them.
Yeah.
They've broken your protagonist. They've gotten their message across. They've won. Doesn't matter what happens from that point. So the protagonist has lost and the antagonist has won.
Yeah.
Effectively.
All right, Tom, your next one.
Another Fincher, Gone Girl.
Oh, that's on my list.
God,
Ben
about
Affleck's
that.
a villain,
I think
man.
that is arguably the best example of anyone we've said so far of someone winning entirely on their own terms.
Ooh, yeah.
She essentially comes around to being like, I hold all the cards. There's nothing you can do.
Rosamund Pike in that film,
Yeah.
Yeah.
one of the greatest performances in the last
Do you know that was my first
15
time
years.
watch only last year?
Really?
Late last year.
That
It's
movie.
Ben Affleck. It's good Ben Affleck,
It's
too.
Ben Affleck's dick.
I-
Just a little bit on the side, a little bit of the side hog.
The article I read was like, she won. She's like, it's like
Great.
she won, but we all won for that shower scene. It's like, guys, who's writing this article? Grow up. it was Tom. That's good.
That's Gone Girl.
I got another Fincher.
That's a good one.
Zodiac.
So, okay. So
Oh.
Fincher's,
Zodiac.
Fincher's pretty good at this.
I hadn't even
yeah,
considered
he's-
Zodiac. It's a good. I'd thought of Seven,
Because
but yeah.
who is Zodiac?
Yeah. Fincher all along.
Oh my God.
That would make so much sense. Fincher's it's
The actual
confession.
Zodiac.
No one got it. I fucking love David Fincher so much.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
me
we
too.
should
I think
do it,
about
truly,
him
truly,
all
truly.
the time.
I think about him every day.
I'll knock out my last 3 real quick.
Go on.
I've got a couple more.
Louise Fletcher who plays Nurse Ratched in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh.
She wins. He gets lobotomized. She doesn't get killed. She effectively just destroys his life from the start. She's awful. And
Strangely,
she's,
that just feels like a sad. It doesn't feel like a villain winning. It just is a
villain-
sad story.
She's
Yeah.
the villain through and through.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
how you want to frame it, but like that is a hard watch because all you want is this guy to get out of there, and he cannot because of her. Truly,
That's a movie I've only seen once. I think I would find it really hard to watch it again.
Yeah.
But it's a very powerful film.
it is a powerful film. It's not overly rewatchable. I would say.
Could I do one more?
Yeah, no, please.
Ozymandias, Watchmen.
That was on my list.
Yeah, Matthew Good, he wins.
What's his
God.
point? What's his point though?
That we unify. That's the thing.
Bring the world together.
It's a utilitarian viewpoint. You know, when Alan Moore was writing whatever, he adopted like each one of them is going to have a different moral philosophy. And it is interesting that his was just like consequentialism or utilitarianism, which is just like, if it's going to bring about the unification of the world, I will kill as many people as is necessary.
Yeah.
The greater
And
good. The greater good.
yes, and the movie
Greater
pushes
good.
out by not having him do it the way he does in the graphic novel, but that's fine. It's still very interesting
Have you
in the
read
movie.
the novel?
I haven't, but I'm like aware of it.
Doesn't he bring in a giant
squid?
Yeah. Yeah.
I've read those panels many times because they're sick.
They're respectfully, that feels like the start of Suicide Squad. I prefer the ending of using Dr. Manhattan to blow up the world.
He still tells everyone that it's Dr. Manhattan's like power bringing it through. So he still turns everyone against Dr. Manhattan.
That's fine.
I haven't seen Suicide Squad, I guess.
What's a giant squid going to do to the whole world? Whereas Dr. Manhattan does like 15 million new.
I don't know. How many giant squids have you come across, Frank?
It's true. It's a good point. There's not many.
I thought he was going to be ready for that. He was not.
I've only seen 3.
Javier Bardem in No Country for Old Men.
Old dudes. Yep.
He doesn't die. He wins. That's
No,
it.
but
he
look
just
at
gets away.
that haircut. He doesn't win. He's losing big time.
His little Lego haircut.
Gunk.
I think,
Flipped a coin.
I
He
think
that.
there's a really interesting conversation to be had about whether he wins at the end of that film.
He's a lone survivor. I think
Surviving, not losing, doesn't mean winning.
What's
It's
the last
similar.
thing? What's the last thing that happens to him?
I believe it's
He
the car
walks.
crash, right? And
He's in the car
walks
crash.
away.
Caleb Landry Jones is one of the kids who gives him
Oh,
his shirt.
shit.
Like that's him in a really early role.
Wow.
He gets the generosity from the kids, which
Yes.
mirrors the scene where Josh Brolin was trying to cross to the border and that he wanted the beer and the shirt off the guys and they charged him for it.
Yes.
And the kids are like, you can just have my shirt. Like, I'll just help you, right? So it's like one thing of Javier Bardem's character, Anton Chigurh, not believing in the decency of people because he tries to pay them anyway. But it's also that his own imperviousness is his reality and his religion. He believes that he is some sort of manifestation of death that cannot be harmed. And I've always taken that scene as him being like, fuck. Like, I really hate it when I'm reminded that I am technically human and I can be killed. It's the same frustration.
Don't be nice to me.
It's the same frustration he has in earlier in the film when he gets shot by Brolin, and we have that whole sequence of him treating his leg. I'm sorry, this is not a No Country. I love that movie.
But God, it's a good movie,
I
right?
love that movie so fucking much.
Can I do 2 more honourable mentions?
Yeah, of course.
Daniel Day-Lewis, There Will Be Blood.
Who's the villain?
He is.
Yeah,
It is
okay.
also the protagonist.
I mean, it's the same year
I'm finished.
as No Country for Old Men, and it's a similar thing where the ambiguity of it being like, what does he certainly did beat that man to death with a bowling pin. If
He
that
did.
was his goal, he won.
But also to be
10 out of 10.
His goal was to be an oil man.
Yes, I'm
make
an
a
oil
lot of-
man.
make
You
a
see,
lot of oil man.
I drink your milkshake. You remember the SNL sketch?
Yes, Bill
Have
Hader
you
with
seen the
the
SNL sketch?
No.
Bill Hader is Daniel Day-Lewis
Perfect.
from
Perfect
the
casting.
movie, and he goes
notes.
into a little cafe or he goes into a milkshake place, and he's like, "I drink your milkshake," and he drinks everyone's milkshake. I drink it up. Sorry, Frank. Go on.
You had another one?
I forgot it. I forgot it with all that BS going on.
Here's my last one.
Yes.
Tobin Bell Saw 1. Jigsaw.
Game over.
Game over.
Yeah.
Closes
Because he
the
wakes
door.
up from the floor.
Boom.
I've seen Saw.
That is
Talk about pee-pee.
That is a good villain winning at the end of the day.
Can I ask you something?
a really good point.
Only because I used to know it and I've forgotten. What's his character's name?
Saw. Jigsaw.
It is Jigsaw. No, it is. Where you
Let's
taking a
get
piss?
jiggy with it.
No.
It's based on Will Smith's actual house. Yeah.
A villain who had a point. Syndrome from The Incredibles. That's not in
my list.
That's not a fresh take.
Is it actually?
But it is one of those things where he's kind of like.
If you Google, when did the villain have a point? It's like,
It's a bit of an obvious one because people see.
I didn't Google anything.
It's the one
funny,
that people have talked for years about Brad Bird being like a quasi-fascist, or not, if not like a libertarian, in that he made a movie where it's just like, these people are the best at this. We should let them be the leaders and in charge because they are physically like more domineering and they have more talent. So that is like their and more actual just ability
Biceps.
beyond the rest of us. They deserve to be the rulers. And Syndrome's like, I think that's weird. I think everyone should actually have the opportunity to do that. I think that's cool.
they're
Is that
like,
all right?
no.
However, Syndrome's also like, but I also want to prove that I'm the coolest superhero in the world by taking on the robot.
Yeah,
so
'cause-
it's a bit of a messy goal, ultimately, that he
yeah, Brad
has.
Bird's way off there. But gee, that speedster stuff is good.
Do you know they designed Syndrome to look like Brad
Me?
Bird?
Oh.
Did you know that? You should, if you don't know what Brad Bird looks like, you should look up a photo of him. The animators designed Syndrome on him, and when the movie came out, they're like, "Did you know?" And he's like, "Yeah, I fucking knew." Like,
Yeah.
I saw it. It's me.
They've got a profile picture of him and like, yeah, that looks good. That's a good match. Last one is Wicked Witch of the East. Wicked Witch of the West. Wicked Witch of the West. Elphaba. Elphaba's got a point.
Because I think
Do
Dorothy's
you
the
mean
villain.
she has the
Wizard of Oz.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dorothy's the villain, right?
Oh, she's the point. Okay.
Isn't Dorothy
The villain?
the villain?
Yeah, but she's actually, she's not framed as, but she is.
She definitely
She
is.
kills her sister with a house.
Yeah.
It's outrageous.
It's straight up
Have you
murder.
seen that fucking film? It's
No, it's
crazy.
homicide, yeah.
It's not a plot
Manslaughter.
description
It's
that
house
leaps
suicide.
to mind, but she does kill her with a house.
Yeah, she kills her with a house.
That's crazy.
I don't know if you know that.
I think we're done.
Good talk, though, boys.
That was great. Thanks for listening.
We covered a lot in a very small amount of time.
That's our most rapid fire episode.
Yeah,
we've
we
ever
just
done.
went there. That was nice.
Yeah, I think we should do
I
speed
think
more
maybe
often.
we're villains who have a point. No, all right, fuck
Can I-
me.
can I-
Huzzah.
can I-
You're way off there.
Can I do the sign off?
Yeah, go on.
Are you ready for it? It's going to be a good one.
When's it
Wait
going
for
to
the
be?
music. Wait.
Okay.
Game over.
But we've got the credits. Thanks for listening to Throw in the Power. My name is Frank.
Game over.
My name is Syndrome. My name is Jigsaw. My name is Thanos.
My name's Marcus.
My name is the Joker. Thomas is done.
Tom,
Send
collect
us-
yourself.
Throw in the Pal at Instagram. Throw in the Pal on YouTube. Throw in the Pal at gmail.com. Throw in the Pal everywhere you want to find us. Throw us at something. We love you.
Throw us a something.